kick right in front of the goal, and it's in.
Second, cuts to his corner, take the shot, he scores!
And support. For your safety, please make note of the nearest exit. We appreciate your cooperation in keeping our walkways clear by staying in the bleachers or in the designated standing areas. Please note that any spectator, regardless of age, who is under the influence of alcohol or drugs, using tobacco products, using offensive language, or displaying offensive behavior will be ejected from the match immediately. Thank you for your support and assistance, and enjoy the match. And now for tonight's lineups. For the Vikings, freshman number 20, Donovan Whitfield. Freshman number 14, Nick Pito. Freshman number 25, Declan Riley. Sophomore number 15, Justin Bell. Sophomore number 22, Ross Gardner. Sophomore number 18, Nathan Siegel. Sophomore number 10, Vincent Cashauer. Sophomore number 24, Jonah Duch. Sophomore number 26, Robert Jordan. Junior number 17, Colin Saccone. Junior number 21, Sam Miller. Junior number 23, John Farkos. Junior number 12, Sam Marchand. Senior number 11, Luke Krasinski. And senior number 27, Thomas Richardson. The Vikings are coached by head coach Chris Chiliano, assisted by Nick DiCarlo and Brad Tepps. And now for the Indians. Number 18, sophomore Ethan Cooper. Number 10, sophomore Andre Cruikshank. Number 30, sophomore Brian Sullivan. Number 4, junior Carson Kramer. Number 22, junior Grant Blasiak. Number 14, junior Nathan Bayer. Number 20, junior Nolan Taylor. Number 9, junior TJ Fitzgerald. Number 23, senior Alex Puel. Number 21, senior Matt Kirsch. Number 25, senior Nate Renz. Number 6, senior Sam Klistak. Number 13, senior Sean Sullivan. And number 24, senior Sean Warner. The Indians are coached by head coach Nate Swagger, assisted by Chuck Harrison.
Good evening, everyone. I am Brooke Hazard, and I will be announcing this game from Peters Township from the Peters Township gym against the Central Catholic Vikings. I don't know a whole lot about the Central Catholic Vikings, but I'm hopeful it'll be a good game. Peters has only lost 2 games so far this season, and they've shown they're pretty good. Nathan Baer with the spike. Sean Sullivan with the serve, and it's over and in. Baer tried to spike, but it rolled around on the edge of the net, and sadly didn't make it over. For Peters, Sean Warner got the spike, and he will now be serving. Sean Sullivan with the set, and Alex Pule with the winning spike. That was a really nice volley between both teams. Very active, and both teams had very nice saves. Sean Warner got that serve, and the Vikings just couldn't keep it up. Ryan Sullivan with the save, and Alex Pule with the spike. Christ blocked it, but probably touched the net, so the Vikings now have the ball, and Whitfield is serving. Sean Sullivan touched the net, giving the point to the Vikings. Whitfield served out of bounds, giving the point to Peters. Bear with the serve. And Kreisler spiked, but was blocked by the Vikings. But was called on for touching the net. So the Peters Township Indians are still serving. Sean Sullivan with the set, and Alex Peel with the spike. 42 got it over. Peters still got the ball after Sean Sullivan hit out of bounds. It must have hit one of the Vikings players' hands. The ball was blocked by Bear and Pule. Pule spiked it off of the spike Brian Sullivan tried to make. It was blocked. Bear is serving. Chrysler got that spike and blocked the ball. Peters got the point for a technical foul. Kramer with the save. Alex Pule with it over the net. Kramer saves it again. Alex with the spike. And Nate Siegel tried to save the ball, but it shot right off of his hands. Siegel with the save. Sean Sullivan almost saved the ball, but it was spiked / tipped over by the Vikings. Jonathan Farkas is serving. Bear saves it, and Pule tips it over. Alex Peel tries to save the ball after it was spiked by the Vikings, but it flew back into the stands. Chrysler got the spike over. Alex saves it. Sean sets it, and Brian Sullivan spikes it over. Alex Peel will be serving for Peters. His serve was sadly out of bounds, giving the point to the Vikings, with Jonah Duke serving. His serve was short, though, letting Kramer serve. Luke Krasinski tried to tip the ball over, but tipped it back into his own court. Krasinski served and got the point for his team that time, and he will be serving now. Peel saves it. Brian Sullivan sets it. Technical foul on Peters, giving the ball back to the Vikings. His serve was short, my mistake. Sean Sullivan, the setter, got the spike for Peters, and Brian Sullivan will be serving. His serve was in and over. Whitfield's Peters got the ball. Brian serves it. And Gardner for the Vikings spiked it over and kept it over. Will Richardson is serving for the Vikings now. Peel sets it, and Sean Warner gets it over. Kramer tries to save the ball as he slides across the ground. It was a nice try, but it didn't exactly work out. Richardson is still serving. Alex Peel serves it off, spikes it off the block, and was short on the spike. Sean Sullivan is serving for Peters. Gardner got the spike over and Peters was able to play it, but sadly Sean Sullivan spiked it too far out of bounds. 12 for the Vikings was short on his serve. Sean Warner is serving for Peters. Gardner tried to spike it but hesitated and could not get the ball. Twelve with the save. Sean with the save. The ball goes to Peters for a technical foul. Looks like there was a disagreement amongst the court. Sean Warner served. Zach Crookshank blocked the ball. And looks like a timeout was called. The score for this set is 23-11. It looks like Peters will be winning this set since they're up by 12 points. And I don't think the Vikings can make that up. The match is going really good. There's been a lot of volleying between both teams. But Peters seems to have their spikes down. And it's been throwing the Vikings off. And they're going to need to step it up and work on their blocking if they want to win the next sets. Sean Warner with the serve, Whitfield with the save. Whitfield sets it over. Sean Sullivan sets it to Zach Crookshank, and Whitfield dives for the ball, but sadly couldn't get to it in time. Looks like Sean Warner is going to try a jump serve and got it over. And Sean Warner belly flops on the ground to save the ball. Alex Peel spikes it, and the bench for the Peters jumps up after every time the ball was hit. That was a great set for Peters. They have 2 more to win if they want to win this game. And I'll be back after this. And we're back. Looks like Sean Sullivan will be serving for Peters for the starting of this new set. I wonder what the coaches said to both teams, and I wonder how this set will turn out. If Peters will relax on their spikes, and if the Vikings will step up their game. The ball was blocked by Peters, and they got the point. Whitfield saves it. Brian Sullivan spikes the ball. Whitfield made an attempt at a spike from the very back of the court, and sadly was short, but it was a nice attempt. Whitfield saves it. 12. Peters hit the net, I believe, so the ball will be going to the Vikings with number 12 serving. Sean Warner spikes it over, and 12 spikes it over. Richardson gets it to Duke, who spikes out of bounds. Sean Warner will be serving for Peters. Whitfield saves it, and Gardner spiked it. Whitfield missed the ball as it hit the line. And Warner will still be serving. There's a miscommunication between 12 and Whitfield, and neither got the ball. And I realized I was saying 12 and not his name on the roster. I was able to get my hands on. He is not on it, so .12 hesitated again and starting to look a little upset with himself. Warner's serve was out of bounds, so Whitfield will be serving for the Vikings. Kramer saves it, and Puel spikes it over, to which Gardner attempts. Farkos attempted to spike it, but spiked out of bounds. Matt Kirsch served, but served out of bounds. Farkas will be serving for the Vikings. Krasinski blocked the ball, to which it rolled across the net and onto the Peters court. Alex Puel spikes it, and 12 tried to save the ball, but it shot backwards, passed behind him, and hit the wall. Puel is serving. Whitfield gets the ball, and Krasinski tips it over. Brian Sullivan spiked it, and Krasinski touched the ball as it went out of bounds. So Puel will be serving. Whitfield gets the ball. Krasinski gets the ball over. Puel spikes it out of bounds. Duke is up for the serve. Puel gets the ball, and Whitfield set the ball over, and Puel couldn't get to the ground fast enough to get the ball in return. I guess he's just a little too tall. Duke serves. Peel saves it, and Duke gets the ball. 12 had a little too powerful of a serve there. It went into the crowd on the other side of the court. And Kramer will be serving for Peters. Whitfield gets the ball. Krasinski. Spike was blocked. There was a little stumbling on the court, and the ball flew back. So Kramer will still be serving. Krasinski tips it over. Brian Sullivan saves it. Sean Sullivan saved it. Brian Sullivan goes for the spike. That went in right on the line. Looks like Ben Saracens got on court. Whitfield saves it. Krasinski spiked. His ball was blocked by Warner, and they just couldn't get it back up. Whitfield tried to block the ball, but it went into their court, and Krasinski tried to block. I don't know if that's what I said, but the ball went into their court instead of Peters. Krasinski sets it, but set too far and went out of bounds. Twelve tried to get the ball over, but it bounced off the top of the net. Looks like 12's not having the best game tonight. A timeout was called. The score is 16-6, with Peters having a 10-point lead. Peters has been really on their game with their serves and spikes and their saves. They've been good all around, and they do have some mess-ups every now and then, but the Vikings seem to mess up a little bit more. Their communication is a little spotty, and they don't really spike over, they set over, which just helps the other team, giving them more of a cushion to get the ball before they have to spike it over. Whitfield sets it to Richards, and Krasinski got his spike down and got the point, which he will now be serving. I guess whatever their coach said must have worked, and his serve was in. Zach Cruikshank got the ball, and Warner went to save it. Looks like the ball may have hit number 12 in the face. I hope he's okay. I think it may have hit his glasses. I really wish I knew his name right now. Looks like he's all right, though. Zach Cruikshank serve is out of bounds. Sorry, that was Nate Wren's. My mistake. Nate Wren's serve was out of bounds. Richardson was serving, and Warner tries to spike the ball onto the Viking side of the court, but spiked it onto his own side. Looks like Richardson dives for the ball. 12 serve spike went over, and Puel spiked his ball over, to which Farco spiked it over, and the ball bounced off of one of the Peters players, giving the point to the Vikings. Richardson's serve. Sean Sullivan's set went over, and Sean Warner's spike gave Peters the point. Sean Sullivan is serving, and Richardson rolled over the ball. I think he's supposed to go under the ball, but that's just my opinion. Richardson gets the ball, gives it to Farkos. Warner tried to save the ball, but didn't pop the ball up far enough for any of the other players to get. Number 12 for the Vikings is serving. His ball looked like it was going to be short, but bounced off the top of the net and over it. Wren saves the ball. Puel attempted to spike it, but his spike was short and rolled right into Warner's hands. Kramer saves the ball. Warner spikes it. And Richardson tried to set the ball up, but set it backwards in the process. Warner is serving the ball. Whitfield saves it, and Farkos tries to spike it. The ball goes to Peters for a technical foul. Farkos tries to spike. As Peters tried to spike the ball over for the last time, it went out of bounds. Whitfield for the Vikings is serving. Renz sets it. Farkos hits it to Sean Sullivan. And Duke blocked the ball and got the point. Whitfield is still serving. Whitfield's serve that time was a little short, letting Kirsch serve. And his serve was in as the Vikings called it out. giving Peters a nice easy point. Another timeout was called. The score for this set is 23-16. Peters only has 2 more points to get before this set is up, which could easily happen, but I'm going to give the Vikings a little chance because they've picked up their game not as much as I'd hoped for this set, but they still have a chance to get the other sets. This isn't the last one. Kirsch is serving. Puel spikes the ball off of Duke's bump over. Farkos didn't go for the spike like Bear did, but Bear's spike didn't go over. Alex Puel's, on the other hand, did, as Whitfield tried to save it, and Peters won that set. That was a very nice set, and there was more volley for that time, and the Vikings scored more points than the last set. I'm hoping that the Vikings will win the next set to maybe give them a chance to win the game. I'll see you after this break. Welcome back. This is the start of the 3rd set. It could be the last if Peters wins. Richardson will be serving for the Vikings. Warner bumps it over. Farkos spiked it over, and Kramer was a little short to the ball after a failed block. Bear with the spike over, getting Peters a point. Sean Sullivan will be serving. The ball goes to Peters for a technical foul. After a block from Peters, the ball hit the ref right in the face, giving both teams a nice chuckle. And Duke for the Vikings is serving. His serve was out of bounds, which is a little upsetting for the Vikings. Kramer is serving for Peters. And Bear spikes over. Farkos spikes the ball. Kramer gets to the ball. The ball just doesn't get high enough for any of the other players to get to. Whitfield goes for the serve, but his serve was short. Bear is serving. Whitfield gets the ball over, and Renz spikes it out of bounds, but still gets the ball at least over the net. Farkos is serving. His serve was out of bounds. Whitfield gets the ball over when Sean Sullivan spikes it. Krasinski spiked the ball for the Vikings. Richardson sets the ball over. And Renz gets the ball over again. Krasinski pushes the ball up. And the ball keeps going to when Sean Sullivan spiked the ball over to an empty spot on the Vikings court. The Vikings were really hustling for that little play. Kramer gets the save, and Puel goes for the spike, but was short on his spike. And Searsons for the Vikings served, and Krasinski blocked the ball from Renz, I believe. Renz saved the ball, and Kramer almost got the ball over, and it lightly touched the net on the top of the ceiling. I don't know what to call that. Alec, there was a miscommunication between Christek and Puel, and the ball ended up hitting Puel's leg. He got the ball over. Bear gets it. Sean Sullivan spikes it to where it hits off of one of the Vikings' hands. Kostek is serving. Krasinski tried to get the ball over, and I'm not sure if it was blocked or if it hit the net, and that's what blocked the ball. Whitfield gets the ball. Richardson sets, and Krasinski spikes it, and Bear went to get the ball, but was just a little short from it. Krasinski is serving. His serve was short, though. And Bear goes for the serve and got it. Renz is serving. Searson gets the ball to Richardson. And Bear got the spike over with a little misused block. Renz serves, gives it to Searson. Gardner's spike was blocked, and the Vikings couldn't get the ball back up. goes to Duke. Duke gets the ball again. Peters got the ball due to a technical foul. Gardner attempted to tip the ball over after the ball was a little too far back for a spike, but sadly couldn't get it over. Wren's serve was out of bounds, letting Pato serve. I am terribly sorry if I mispronounced that name. Sean Sullivan is serving for Peters now. And Bear gets the tip over, to which Farkos gets it over. Puel gets the ball, and an attempt of a block was used, and the ball still shot backwards, but it hit one of the Vikings player, giving Peters the point. Duke went to tip the ball over, but it was blocked and hit him on his way down. Richardson tried to set the ball up, but couldn't get it as it went into the net. Sean Sullivan's serve was out of bounds. Duke's serve was out of bounds. A whistle was blown, but I'm not sure why. Kramer is serving for Peters. And Gardner got a tip over, and Kramer tried to save it, but could not. Whitfield serves his ball out of bounds. Or inbounds after a missed call by a JV line judge. And Kirsch served. The ball goes to Farkos for the Vikings, and he serves out of bounds. Alex Puel is serving now. Krasnensky spiked and blocked Wren's spike when Alex Puel does a massive spike into the middle of the Vikings court. The Vikings now have the ball. And Sarsens is serving. Looks like Warner was supposed to come on the court and he was getting water. Krasnensky spikes. He spikes like Pule on the Peters team. Warner spikes it and Sarsens could not get the ball up. Renz for Peters is serving. The ball goes to Peters and they win the third set. Looks like that's the end of this game. It was, I wouldn't say it's a good matchup just because the Vikings were either down on their game or they just weren't as good as the Peters team. But it was fun to watch. There was a lot of nice volleying back and forth. Thank you for tuning in. I am Brooke Hazard, and have a wonderful night.